Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. Now today I'm going to be showing you what happens when you pay a tech support scammer and what they do after they receive the payment. Now, I have a bunch of clips that were a span of 3 to 4 hours, and I basically gave them a fake check number, and they didn't check it, they accepted it, and they started processing it, so they basically did all the stuff they would normally do if you pay them. So now my microphone, which is the Apple EarPods microphone, it didn't record for some reason throughout the whole thing, so you won't be able to hear what I say, which kind of is stupid, but I'll crop out all the clips of me saying anything so you can see exactly what he does. But yeah, this is a very sketchy thing because they also gave me a Google form to enter my check number, so yeah. But anyways guys, let's jump into the footage so you can see exactly what happened.
Thank you for calling support. This is Ronnie Joe. How may I help you today? Okay, and sir, is this your personal computer or your professional computer? What do you do on this computer basically, sir? Okay, and sir, what was the last thing you were doing on this computer? No issue, sir. In this case, I will tell you a few troubleshooting steps. You need to follow those steps carefully so that I can go ahead and check what are the issues you are having in this computer, okay? Yes, sir. I'm connected to your computer and I'm just running few troubleshooting steps.
So at this point, you can hear more tech support scammers in the background. So the tech support scammers must be really close to each other because you can clearly hear it. And then later on, a few minutes later, he actually mutes his microphone because he probably realizes that I can hear all the stuff there. And one of them is talking about some sort of security chip that's built into Microsoft. Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, a bunch of nonsense you can hear in the background if you listen in.
Monitors the computer 24/7 and it already has the installed number for Microsoft certified technician feed in it, okay? And as soon as these infections and spywares were causing a compromisation concern in your machine, it takes a duration of 5 minutes for the security chip to detect these problems, okay? And as soon as it detects these problems, it comes in contact with the Microsoft server and locks the computer down immediately so that at least
you need to renew the security, sir, and for renewing the security there is a one-time fee. Will that be fine for you? It's just for $149.99 for 1 year of security. Okay, sir, so I need your name, your email, your phone number, and your complete billing address. Yes. Thank you for providing me all these details, sir. I'll request you to please be handy with your checkbook. Until then, I'm opening a page for you. Okay, sir, so I have opened up a Google Chrome page, a payment page. This is 3D secure page and you need to fill this form.
At this point, my technician basically opens up a Google Chrome page, and then he opens up a Google form, which, well, he claims is a
3D secure
page. I bet it's really secure. It doesn't even have SSL on the page. But anyways, he kept asking me whether my numbers were correct or not. And yeah, I kind of was just trying to fake some check numbers, but eventually he kind of thought it was okay, so he let me submit the actual page. And then the first thing that the tech support scammers do after that is he runs Tree to make it look like he's doing a scan on my computer. And yeah, so then I wait for quite a long while until some actual technician comes in and starts doing anything on the computer. So here's where the fun part starts. He actually starts transferring some programs over to my computer, and the programs, I checked them out at the end of this video, so if you want to look at those, just go straight to the end of the video. But most of them are either bash files that have been converted to EXEs, and they like look like fake scans, or they're like free trials of professional versions of programs. Which, I mean, I don't think you'd expect much more. I mean, they don't have that much money, but either way, it's pretty interesting how they use these and what they do. But they installed Malwarebytes. They had a program called cleanup.exe, and they had some legitimate ones like ADW cleaner to clean out adware and stuff. And yeah, that's just how the next few hours went. So earlier on in this tech support session, the previous technician told me that he'd call me back once the payment went through. Now, the thing is, now they wanted to talk to me for some reason, probably for the payment, and the new technician couldn't call me. So she opened up Notepad, their signature thing, obviously, and they started typing, you know, that they wanted to call me, and I basically tell them that only I can call them, and also to go around this, I told them that my phone battery was dead, and I'd only be able to call them once I charged it up. So that basically prevented them from calling me for quite a long time, until the very end. And at the very end, they also asked me, you know, if my check number is okay, which it isn't because they can't charge a check number that doesn't really exist. But yeah, so you'll see that later on. But for now, they just tried to call me, they couldn't, so they continued on with their tech support, or, well, I guess installing programs. So at this point, they actually started installing the programs and running them. So now they ran ADW Cleaner, which cleans up unwanted programs like adware. And while they were doing that, while it was doing its thing, they installed AdBlock Plus, which is a free plugin. So both these things are free. So right now, we've paid for basically nothing. So after that, ADW Cleaner restarts our computer to clean up all the stuff. And I did have some adware installed, so it did detect some things. After that, they installed Malwarebytes Professional Trial. So right now, we're not paying for anything again. So it's just a trial, so they clean it up. And then they try to contact me again. So they do another notepad thing. They try to contact me. I kind of get around this again. And then that's about it for what they're going to do. Now they delete Opera setup from the desktop. I don't know why. And they replace it with an exe called antihacking.exe. And again, I'll open these at the end of the video. So at this point, the tech support was pretty much over. I'd already wasted 3 hours of my time just waiting for them to do something. But yeah, now I'll check out the programs and what they did. Okay, so this is the part you've been waiting for. What programs did they install? So apart from the actual legitimate ones, there were a few on the desktop that I was a bit confused about. So there was Internet Security Shield, which as far as I know just ran a directory listing in a blue and white command terminal. Now all these were converted with bat to exe, so it's just a batch to exe converter program. But yeah, and then they also did anti-hacking, wouldn't run. I really don't know what is with that one, but it just doesn't run. The one thing I didn't test is cleanup.exe, and I should have really tested this, but I could probably Google on the internet. I still have these programs somewhere. I just really can't find them, which is kind of a shame. So there was also network security. So network security shield, advanced system security, network security. So there's just a bunch of the same programs. They all look like they did something, but they don't actually do anything. So that's about it for what they did. So I don't think it's worth your $150. You could just, you know, download these yourself and you could probably fix your computer just as fine. And I mean, there still are probably some things left on the computer. They didn't clear any event viewer, which is something I thought they would have done. They ran tree. Obviously, they ran tree. Everyone's got to run tree if they're a tech support scammer. But anyways, guys, that's about it for what happens if you pay a tech support scammer. Basically nothing. I mean, you can do all this stuff yourself. So it's definitely not worth paying for this stuff. I mean, as if it wasn't obvious enough. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It technically took me 4 hours plus editing this video to make. But anyways, guys, I'm out. I'll see you in the next one.